I'm doing good. I have seen your video yesterday
Oh,
in
okay.
the from the magic meditation.
Mhm.
Wonderful experience.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Somebody forwarded in the Beam family. Like I did not see until last night. I saw early this morning. I felt so good.
Thank you.
You
Thank you
showed
so much.
miracles in your family, and
Thank you so much.
yeah,
My
it's
life
it's
actually became a miracle, Sandhaji, when I came into meditation. And then there were so many great masters who started coming into my life, and then angels came into my life. After that, there is no looking back. No looking back.
awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
So,
Thank you. Thank you
yeah.
for sharing.
Thank you. Thank you, Sandhaji. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hello, Sharuji. This is Sapna.
Hi, Sapna. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well too. Thank you so much.
So, Mrinalini had forwarded a video about you. I'm not sure if that's the same video Sanjayji also
Yes,
mentioned about
yes,
the abundance. And
yes.
believe me, when I heard, I literally felt as if I am listening to my own story. And since last 3 or 4 months, I kind of had the same thoughts, and I kind of turned and moved towards meditation. And when I started, it was probably second or the third time when I was doing the meditation. I literally got this vision that
Mm.
somebody is actually standing in front of me, and there's a light
Wow.
that is touching me. And
Wow.
oh my God, that was an experience in itself, Sharaji. And I was, it was like tears were just rolling down my eyes. And Hariji's, I think it was Hariji's meditation session. And the way the music was going, and the instructions that Hariji was giving, it kind of made real impact on me, I would say. And it was blissful. I mean, I cannot describe that experience. And since then, I kind of felt I should be doing this more, but I'm trying. I'm still not there yet. I'm still not very disciplined on doing meditation on a daily basis, but as much as I can, I am doing. And when I saw your video yesterday, I am more determined to get onto this path, because I think this is it.
Exactly. Yes. 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 Actually, what happens is, I am of this belief that wherever, whatever has to reach whosoever, it will, whatever it is. So even if it is reaching 50 people, or even if it's reaching just few people, it is going to reach. My videos are going to reach to that particular segment of the people who actually require me and who actually need me. Initially, what used to happen was I used to get very anxious that not very many people are watching my video, and it's not going viral. People are not listening. I used to get very anxious, but slowly and gradually, when I started getting aware of so many things that angels made me aware of. So at that time, I started feeling that wherever it has to go, it will reach there, no matter whatever the numbers are, be it one, two, three, or four. So even if in my sessions, if the people are not so many, I now don't get anxious because I know that I'm going to reach those people. And similarly, only those people will hear me who require whatever I am talking about. So yeah, what I was talking about, this to Madhu ma'am also right now, it's all vibrationally we are connected.
True.
So we are so connected with each other that whosoever, even if you are living so far, we will get connected anyhow if we have to. So we also, me and you also got connected, Sapna ji, the way I connected with Madhu. So there, so Madhu ma'am is there, then Mrinalini is there, Meenakshi is there. There's so many people around here who have
Right.
actually got me connected to so many people, to this
Right.
entire world, and I'm really grateful to them. because since the day I came into the Germany group, I have actually connected with so many people. So I'm really, really grateful to Mrinalini, Meenakshi, and Madhu ma'am and Ram sir. Obviously, I'm really, really grateful, and Dr. GK, who actually brought me in this.
Awesome. So I have been exposed to meditation since my childhood. Like my mom has been into this, and she is really way far ahead than me. But it happens that after I got married, things started happening, and life happens, and you just get carried away. And despite having this treasure with me for such a long time, I didn't know how to use it, or I was kind of ignorant. And I guess it kind of took Mrinalini to get me to this. She introduced me to these groups, and that's how it just started. So again, it's like, despite me having my mom around me for these many long years, it did not make any impact on me, and it took me to go through the whole journey, the turmoils, the pressure, the ups and downs of my life, to realize that this is the path I need to go. I just wish I would have been on this way back when, and probably I wouldn't have gone through these turmoils. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, everything happens for a reason, and everything happens for good is my
Yes.
philosophy. So
Yes.
I believe in that a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Because I remember Patri sir talking to me. So I was very anxious about my life, and I was just asking him that when I compare myself to the other people, I don't know where I am. It's like I'm very slow. I'm moving very slow. You know what he said? The first question he said was, "Are you moving, Sharoo, madam?" I said, "Yes, sir. I am moving." He said, "That's enough. Even if you're moving like a tortoise, it's enough.
True.
At least you're moving. There are people who are just stagnant. They are just
Correct.
standing at one place. They are not doing anything. At least you're
Absolutely.
moving, and you will reach where you have to." And this
Mhm.
was, I think, uh, when I had, for the first time, I met with Patri sir. That was in 2011. So it was at that time when for the first time I had this conversation, a direct conversation with Patri sir, and he just told me, the first thing that he said was, "You will reach where you have to, madam.
Mhm.
So don't worry about it. Even if
Right.
you're walking like a tortoise." That sentence, it just gotten into me that no, I have to work no matter what. I have to walk. And I
Right.
worked and worked. And last year in Rishikesh, when I was sitting with Patrisa, so Patrisa said, it's better, madam, you just write down your experience and share it with the entire world. Now it's time for you to share it.
Mhm.
So that was how I got my experience shared in the magazine Spiritual Science.
Wow.
Yeah, so that.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. And I'm really blessed and thankful to the universe to get connected to you and to all other masters of this group. Awesome.
Yes,
Great.
I'm
I,
really grateful to Madhu ma'am, who's organizing such
yes,
programs,
absolutely.
and yeah, and giving the platforms to people like us. So
Right.
yeah,
I'm still getting to know everybody, and this time, I mean, I'm in US, and this is like 11 o'clock in the morning for us, so it's not really very convenient time because it's like work time. So I don't get to attend too many sessions. But today being Thanksgiving holiday, I thought I'm not
yeah.
gonna miss it, and here I am.
Thank
So yeah.
you, thank
Otherwise,
you.
I just go and listen to your recorded sessions, and that's why I keep asking, are there any more recording sessions and things like that? So yeah.
Thank you so
uh,
much. Thank you.
you're welcome. Yeah.
Okay, so I think it's time that I get into the main concept of today, which is Ho'oponopono. So, why I chose this topic, and why and what is it that I'm going to share? It's now I'm going to tell you about. So, we all know, and everybody is aware over here, whosoever is here listening to me, everybody is aware that um, forgiving someone or forgiving your own self is the most difficult challenge that we can ever have being on this earth. So you might have also realized this in your life, that forgiving someone is the most difficult task that anybody can do. It was actually for me, it was an uphill task to forgive people, because I had held on to so many grudges against people who had done so many wrongs to me that I was not able to move out of it. I was not able to forgive. I was not able to forgive myself for whatever I was doing. I was not able to forgive anyone. So, but slowly and gradually, when I started talking to the masters, I started getting so many things from the masters, like Patri sir and so many other celestial masters. Then I started understanding that forgiveness is not for anyone else. Forgiveness is for your own sake, for your own peace of mind. It is not for anyone, because the as soon as this understanding dawned at me, trust me, I'm the living testimony of this. Trust me that I started becoming healthier, more happier, mentally, emotionally, and physically. So when talking about Ho'oponopono is equivalent to forgiveness. The word Ho'oponopono means to forgive. So now a little bit of Ho'oponopono I'm going to talk about so that you understand what this word is. You might have heard about Joe Vitale, who actually talks about Ho'oponopono to a very large extent. But what exactly it is? It is very important for us to understand what Ho'oponopono means, because we just use this word, let's do this Ho'oponopono technique. But what is the history behind it? What exactly is the meaning of Ho'oponopono? Why should we bring it in our lives? What is the reason of bringing this Ho'oponopono technique in our lives? So today we are going to explore this so that whenever next time you do any Ho'oponopono, you should have this feeling in your mind and you should have this proper understanding that why am I doing this Ho'oponopono technique, or why am I forgiving anyone? So when we talk about Ho'oponopono, it's a Hawaiian word. Sorry, it is a Hawaiian word, which in the Hawaiian dictionary means mental cleansing. So Ho'oponopono means mental cleansing, and this technique was used by the ancient Hawaiians in order to actually, you can say, to mend the broken relationships. So there was a process that they always used to have during this ceremony, and this process used to have 4 steps, in which the first one was the prayer, the second one was confession, the third one was repentance, the fourth one was forgiveness. And then after that, this entire process was completed with a ceremonial feast. So they used to close this ceremony with a ceremonial feast. This I'm talking about ancient Hawaiians. Okay. And after some time, what happened is, you can say in the year 2000, there was a lady who was also in Hawaii called the first healer. Her name was Morna Simeona. She was the one who started bringing a little bit of change in this technique. She started actually giving a little different perspective, but it was not until 2003 when Dr. Hewlin came, and he was the one who actually took this concept to a completely new level. Now, let's understand what Dr. Hewlin said about Ho'oponopono and why this technique he started using and what is the meaning of Ho'oponopono actually. So when we talk about Dr. Hewlin, in 2003, what happened was he stayed in a hospital for criminally insane people for 4 years. He was a psychologist, and there were so many psychologists in the hospital, but nobody could stay in that hospital. Nobody could cure or heal the patients there. And they used to just run away. They could not even stay for 1 or 2 days because the patients were so difficult to handle. But then Dr. Hewlin, he actually took this challenge onto him and he said, no, I am going to cure them and I am going to heal them. So what happened was that he stayed there in the hospital and he started actually reading all the files of the patients. And along with reading those files, he started working on himself. What happened was there was a miracle that started happening, that when he was trying to work on himself, he started seeing that there was a change in the pattern of the patients also. The mind patterns of the patients was also started changing. So now the question was, what was Dr. Hewlin doing at that time with the patients, that the patients started changing from within? So when this question was put forward to Dr. Hewlin, what he said was, just listen to the word. I'm just quoting his words over here. Just listen to what he said. He said, I was simply healing the part of me that created them. I'm again saying the sentence. Dr. Hewlin said, I was simply healing the part of me that created them. Them means the patients. Now, what is the explanation of this complete sentence? Dr. Hewlin, what he meant with that explanation was that, if you want to change your external, you need to change your internal first. So it is, you might have, I don't know how many people actually attended my spiritual laws program, which I gave in the morning sessions. So in that, there was a law which stated, as within, so without. Your internal is the reflection of your external, and your external is the reflection of your internal. So same thing Dr. Hewlin was saying, that whatever you are experiencing, whatever you are seeing, whatever you are touching, whatever is there in your life, be it good, be it bad, it is you who has created. You have created your own world. Nobody is to be blamed for that. Nobody is responsible for that. Because what happens is that generally we try to blame people no matter what happens in our lives. We always keep pointing out fingers at the other person because of whatever calamity is there in our lives, or whatever problems we have in our lives, because it is very easy for us to blame, but it is very difficult for us to take the responsibility. What Dr. Hewlin was reiterating in this statement was that we need to take the responsibility of whatever we are doing, and we need to accept it, and then we need to forgive everyone with love. So the next aspect, the second aspect is that, if we are doing it, if we are trying to change ourselves, then we have to change it with love. So the first aspect is that we need to change ourselves if we need to change the world outside of us. Secondly, if we are doing this, if we are trying to bring this change in ourselves, then we have to do it with complete love and affection. That is, we have to love ourselves no matter what. Because once we start loving ourselves, we will be able to love the other people who are outside of us. We'll be able to love the entire world. And when this vibration changes, the entire world, which is outside of us, also changes. The same thing happened with his patients. When he started healing his own self, what was happening was he was changing the entire world that was without, that is the external world, that is the patients. When he started changing his vibrations towards the patients also started reciprocating in the same way. They also started changing. So that is what actually, when we talk about Dr. Hewlin, it was a beautiful explanation that he gave, because till that time nobody knew what is actually forgiveness. And trust me, when I always give the example, my example, or the example or the experiences that I have gone through in my life. My mother, she was the same. She had held on to so many grudges, so many grudges. And after the death of my dad, which happened in 2018 December, so after that she was so broken that she started blaming everyone for everything. She was so broken that I could not even tell that, why was she so broken. And then I started understanding her, and I started making her understand the concept of forgiveness, that she needs to forgive herself. She needs to forgive for the hurt that she has caused to herself or to anyone else. And today, I'm thankful that because now she's aware of that particular thing, she's able to move forward. She is now at peace with her own self. Today, she tells me that, Sharoo, if I'm going to die today, I'm going to die with a smile on my face because I've forgiven everyone. So, what Dr. Hewlin was saying, that it is very important for us to forgive ourselves. It is very important for us to change ourselves. Then only everything around us changes. Then only everything around us is, loving. But now the question comes: we are humans, right? And what happens is we keep asking questions, logical questions to ourselves. So one question keeps coming to us is, if we haven't done anything wrong to the other person, why should we be sorry for? We always feel that way, that somebody else might have hurt us, so why should we be sorry for that person? Why should we say sorry to that person or to anything, to anybody? So now the explanation for that is also there. So when we are saying, I'm sorry, forgive me, we are just telling the divine at that time that probably we might have done something, or we might have said something to somebody because we were not conscious of it. For example, I'll give you just one simple example. You're going into a grocery store, and all of a sudden, what happens is you just bump into somebody. What is the first thing that we say to that person? I'm sorry. We always say that. Why? Because we are sorry, because we bumped into that person unconsciously. We might have hurt that person unconsciously, and that is why we say sorry to that person. Similarly, when we talk about any relationship, when we talk about any spectrum of our life, there are so many cases whereby we might have unconsciously hurt somebody, and we don't even know that we have unconsciously hurt that person. So when we say, I'm sorry, forgive me, I love you, I thank you, when we say these words, we are telling the divine that we are definitely sorry towards for that person for whatever we have done wrong. Maybe at that time we were not aware, maybe we were not conscious of our mistakes, but today we are. So we are not going to repeat that mistake, but for whatever we have done at that time, we are saying sorry. We are being sorry for that. Because maybe I being a counselor, I have had so many people with me who actually even the friends, because of this misunderstanding, because of somebody hurt somebody unconsciously, and that person is not even aware that that person has hurt the other person, and what happens is they part ways. They don't even talk to each other. But after a few years down the line, when this understanding dawns at them, then they get to understand that, oh my God, it was just an unconscious act on the part of the other person. I could have forgiven that person long back. We could have come back and we could have actually mended and healed this relationship. So when we talk about Ho'oponopono, Ho'oponopono means forgiveness from within. I never say that forgiveness is a very, you can say, a very easy task to do. Trust me, it is not easy. It cannot be done within days. If somebody tells you that I have forgiven that person, then the person is faking it. The person doesn't even understand what the person is doing, because you cannot forgive anyone in 1 or 2 days. It takes you sometimes weeks, it takes you sometimes days, it takes you sometimes months to forgive and years to forgive anybody, because during the forgiveness, what happens is we also need to forgive ourselves in the process. And trust me, it is very difficult to love our own self or to forgive our own selves. Trust me, I've been there on that road. It is not very easy. It is the most difficult challenge, the most difficult lessons that you can ever have or you can ever understand when we talk about forgiveness or when we talk about this Ho'oponopono technique. So, when I say, as far as this entire thing is concerned, the Ho'oponopono technique is concerned, I would just say, in short, that what Dr. Hewlin wanted to say was that whenever you want to improve anything in your life, there's only one place to look. That is to look within our own selves. And he said that if you're looking within yourself, do it with love. So this was the last statement that he gave as far as the Ho'oponopono is concerned, and it was mind blowing. When I read this statement, it made me think twice, thrice, that actually whatever he's saying is right. Because if we have to forgive someone, we have to first look within rather than blaming the other person. And if we are doing it, we have to do it with complete commitment, with complete love, with complete awareness. This is what Ho'oponopono technique is. This is why this technique is so powerful. But we need to understand this technique first before bringing it into our lives. Otherwise, nothing is going to change. That is the reason why, I felt that today I should tell you about this Ho'oponopono technique, so that, when you're forgiving someone or you're forgiving yourself, you should do it with proper understanding and proper awareness rather than unconsciously doing it or not doing it. So that is the Ho'oponopono technique. Right now, after this, I'm going to do a small Ho'oponopono prayer, that is a guided meditation where you will be, you know, mm, forgiving yourself, where you'll be forgiving each and every person in your life who have done any wrong to you, consciously or unconsciously. So we are going to do this meditation right now, right here. But before that, if there is any question, please come up with it, because I'm done with the Ho'oponopono technique. If there is any confusion, anything that you want to talk about, please go ahead before we start the meditation. Yes. Is there anyone who wants to say something? Yes, yes, Jyoti. It is very difficult. Trust me on that. I have been on that road, and it is really, really difficult for us to actually forgive anyone, because we keep blaming other people. Okay, so I think Lakshmi ji wants to say something. So, Madhu ma'am, she needs to be unmuted.
I did it, sir. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Madhu ma'am. Thank you.
Thanks, Madhuji. Sharu, this may be a very simple or stupid kind of question. When we say that forgiveness, like, is it really necessary to go on to that person and say sorry, or within ourselves we feel like we have forgive that person and be as normal talking to that person? Is it really need to go and say apologize to that person, or change in our behavior so that we are like before to
No,
the
you don't have to. It is not necessary for you to go to that person to say sorry if you're not comfortable right now doing it. So, what you can do is you can do it during the meditation time when you are meditating and you are just,
mm,
astrally thinking that, okay, that this person is there in front of you, and it's just soul to soul talk. That kind of a thing, that your soul
okay.
is there and the soul of that person is there right in front of you, and the
Mm,
divine is also there as a witness. And after that, you can just talk to that person. You can just keep your heart out in that, to that person, and you can just say sorry to that
mm.
person and forgiveness to that person.
Yeah.
So,
So many a times it happens, like once I started meditation, this feeling has come back to me that I have to like forgive people, and my anger on that person has really come down. And now I don't feel any regret or guilt for whatever happened in the past. But that thing of saying sorry directly on the face, that is quite difficult. But many a times when I'm talking to myself or something, I have said sorry, and that's how it is. So, but saying on to the face directly to the person is quite difficult.
That is absolutely fine. That is absolutely up to you what you want to do, how you want to do, whether you want that person to be physically present and
Mm-hmm.
you want to say sorry to that person. And if you don't want to say sorry, it's like, because universe always speaks the language of vibrations. So it reads your vibrations. The source knows what you are doing, right? You have released your karma. You haven't gotten into that pattern again because you have forgiven that person and you have let go and you have moved on, right?
Correct. Yes.
But you have to keep checking yourself that whether you have actually forgiven or not, because sometimes it happens that we feel that we have forgiven, but that pain, that hurt, is still there somewhere. We have not been able to curb that or heal that pain. So unless and until that pain is healed from within, we will not be able to move ahead. So we are still stuck there. So that's what I said, that forgiveness doesn't mean in 2 or 3 days you're forgiving somebody. It can take another incarnation. It can take years for you to come out of it. It can take incarnations together to come out. Forgiveness is not an easy trait or virtue to grasp. It is one of the most difficult lessons that we come here to learn.
Okay. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, Sharoo. This is Swapna.
Yeah,
What
hi.
a
Yes.
beautiful, wonderful session. I joined few minutes late, but I always can connect so much to this topic of forgiveness. And as you said, it's very, very difficult to forgive, and it takes a lot of time, especially even like within the family, also, especially with spouse. Sometimes I feel it is the most difficult part because it's a very kind of a strange situation wherein you're thankful for all the love and freedom that they give, but at the same time, there are certain aspects that are very difficult to forgive. So the one that helped me the most is if I'm unable to tell them, like Lakshmi was asking, how do we say sorry on their face? But honestly, the one that really, really helped me is when I sit in meditation and I think about all the people whom I feel hurt me. I ask them forgiveness during the meditation. So I have a teen kid. He's a beautiful kid, but again, with those hormones and all, they talk certain ways sometimes, and we want to tell them. Sometimes it's difficult to communicate certain things. So what I did was, like, it so happened that one week there was a lot of this friction between us, and I was trying to explain to him, but as a kid, he just entered teen, so it was becoming difficult to understand certain things. I sat in meditation and I tried this forgiveness exercise. Just in 3 days, everything healed and things became so good. And he
Wow.
himself came and said, I'm sorry, Mama, I shouldn't have said that way. I shouldn't have spoken. And then, it's like amazing how it's helping. But at the same time, I feel it is very difficult, Sharu, especially what is happening is when I'm trying to forgive people, because I come across a lot of people who comment. And when I try to forgive them, very hurtful comments, they consider it as our weakness. Like, it's like the next time I go, I try to clean up my mind and try to talk to them with a blank slate. And what is happening is eventually it is considered as weakness, that, oh, we can say anything to her, she doesn't mind, kind of a thing. So this sometimes becoming a continuous thing. So how do we what do we do for that?
Okay, so what happens is the same thing has happened with me so many times. It's like, I think I was born with such people who were around me, who always used to demean me a lot. So what happened was, when I started meditating and when I started connecting with the angels. So what happened was, whenever there used to be any kind of a confrontation with such kind of people,
Mm-hmm.
so I used to get alarmed already, because I used to listen to that intuition. I listened to the angels, and what I used to do was I used to just you can say detach myself from that situation, in the sense that I know that person is standing there, I know that she is going to say something to me. So what I used to do is, I used to, with a smile, I used to detach myself. I used to go from there. And in case if she comes back at me and she says something, I used to listen to her and I used to just detach myself that, okay, this is something, these are not the words that I'm going to accept. Because the more I accept the words that are being said by this woman, then the more I am allowing that woman to have power on my life. So I stopped giving that power to that woman. So when I stopped doing that, when I made a personal boundary, so that was the time when she started actually feeling that no, I'm not going to talk to Sharoo like this. So this is how I dealt with the situation. I was not rude with her. I did not say anything, no bad words, nothing. It was just that I detached myself from the situation because I didn't want to get into that pattern and the loop in which I was getting with her again and again and again.
Yeah,
So I detached
actually, the
myself.
thing is, I never say anything. I just laugh at it and come off. But somewhere in subconscious mind,
Yeah,
that sits. That's
yeah,
the
I
most
know.
trickiest part. And
I
so
understand.
next
Yes,
time when I go, when I talk, but still, people are like kind of, they want to make fun. I
yes.
don't have any difficult interactions or anything like that. I try to be friendly, and I mean, within the friendly environment itself, when people start commenting about your personal stuff for you, sometimes I feel it gets overwhelming. At that point of time, I say it's
Yes.
okay, because especially after coming into meditation, we try to understand that okay, this is all part of our evolution and this is all giving me some experience. But
Hmm.
sometimes we definitely tend to get overwhelmed and they consider it as your weakness. Oh, we can say anything to her, she'll be fine, kind of a thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
but yes,
but then you have to, yes, personal boundary is very, very important for you also with such people, because you cannot let anybody actually play with your self-esteem as well, because you
yes,
cannot allow anybody to do that. When you feel, when you think that there are people who are doing it, then you have to detach yourself completely, no matter what, no matter how. So,
yes,
rather than using any bad words to them or to yourself, you just detach from the situation completely and fully. And once you come back home, when you're meditating, just ask yourself, how do you treat yourself also? Are you treating yourself with kindness and lovingness or not? Because it also matters a lot. If you're not treating yourself with love and kindness, then the entire world externally is not going to actually, look after you as a loving person. So they will also treat you the same way, the way you treat yourself. So that's what I've
beautiful,
been saying, that your internal is the reflection of your external, and the external is the reflection of your internal.
beautiful. Yeah, thank you, Sharo.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Shilpa ji, how to connect with the angels? Yeah. So it is going to be a completely different session whereby, I'll be telling you certain tricks, certain ways of connecting with the angels, because it is otherwise going to take another different session for the angels, because I can go on and on and on about angels. So you'll forget about Ho'oponopono also if I start talking about angels. So next time, yes. Mridula ji, I think Mridula ji wants to say something. Or,
Hi, Sharoo. I'm so happy that you chose this topic. Open up.
thank
No,
you.
I heard about this. I went on a milestone birthday to Hawaii. So I got to know
Oh,
this before I even joined PSSM. It was like maybe I joined 6 months later. So the feeling, sometimes, the language, the words are lost in translation. The feeling is of gratitude and love and forgiveness. And to say I'm sorry, it's hard to explain, but it's such a beautiful word. And I think culturally, me growing up, I grew up in a family where my father's family was very loving, would say, I love you very easily, sorry very easily. But my mother's family didn't grow up that way. So I think sometimes we have to learn these things.
yes.
And I learned, a lot through meditation. And one of them is self love. And Sharu, which you so eloquently mentioned. And, and forgiving others, meaning sometimes you have to say, I love you. And sometimes you have to say, I'm sorry.
Yes.
And these are sometimes very hard things for some people to say, because sometimes we don't grow up with those things. And then, and some of, who have children, it's hard to teach that when you don't know that. But, we're learning, and I really appreciate you talking this, Sharoo. This
Thank
conversation is a
you.
really important one.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Actually, forgiveness, as all of you have said, it's not easy. So it takes a lot of courage to forgive someone or to forgive anyone. So next time, whenever you forgive yourself or you're forgiving somebody else, just give a pat on your back that you have done a beautiful job, a job that actually requires courage, because it is not an easy task to forgive someone who might have hurt you real bad. So you have to be a little kinder to yourself. You have to be a little gentle towards yourself also.
Sharuji, this is Sapna again. It's you just nailed it. It's not easy to forgive anyone. I mean, you said it. It's not like I just say it and it happens, because I'm trying to do this for someone since past 20 years, and even now when I think about those incidents, I still feel that pain. And even right now, I'm like so filled with that pain that I just don't know how do I take that out of me, because that is one thing that, and it's just that one incident, it's just that one person. And how much ever I try, since I've started with on this journey, that has been my very first thing that I always say during each of my meditation sessions. But for whatever reason, that pain is just not going. It's still there. I don't know what to do.
Sapna ji, see, the only thing that you can do is what has happened over here is that you have created a very strong cord with that person, and you're not able to break that cord with that person. And that is the reason why you're not able to move on from that particular past to your present. So it is definitely very difficult to get out of it. I know, I understand. That's why I say that, you have to give yourself a little bit of time. Try to be a little loving towards yourself and gentle towards yourself also.
Right.
Because the first thing you have to do is love yourself, Sapnaji. Because right now you're not trying to love your own self. Probably there is a place where you're hating yourself for whatever has happened. So you just need to come out of it, because you have to make yourself understand that whatever you did at that time or whatever that person did at that time, it was according to the awareness of that time, that person had. And that is
Right.
in the past. Now you're more aware, you're more enlightened. So if you are now more being aware and you're more being conscious, then you have to work and you have to walk towards that light rather than being stuck in that past. You have to cut that cord with that person, Sapnaji.
I haven't spoken to this person for past 20 years. I mean, it's just like, the person is in my relation, but maybe I have met this person few times in past 20 years, but I haven't kept any connection, or I am not in any way talking to this person. But the hurt that I got from this person at that time has been to the extent where it has really created a scar, which I want to heal myself. And you're right, I probably am not loving myself as much as I should be, and I guess that's probably the key.
Yes. Once you have started, you start loving yourself, whatever you have, whatever hurt that is there inside of you, when it will start healing, you'll be able to heal the situation also, whatever happened 20 years back or whenever it happened. So, what one more thing you can do is, while you're meditating, is you can just, you know, this I usually do during the regressions, when I do the past life regression therapies to the people. So I'm just telling you to do it because it's a meditation. You all are meditators, and you can take yourself to that past life of yours.
Mhm.
So I'm just trying to tell you that, while you're meditating, if you're putting your headphones on and the music is there, try to take yourself to that particular state, to that particular incident, whenever it happened, whatever it happened. Try to go there. Even if it's painful, it's okay. Just go there. And then after that, try to actually transform the entire situation, in the sense that, one, try to heal yourself by saying sorry to that person as well, and trying to talk to that person and holding a conversation with that person. Number one, you can do that. Number two is trying to change the entire situation the way you wanted it to be. There's always a feeling that, had the situation been in a different way, had I said something to that person, the things would have been a little different. So try to change that past of yours, that kind of thing. Try to change and heal that past of yours, and then come back in again into the meditative state. See, why I'm saying this is, if you're not able to do it, don't do it. But if you want to try it, then try to heal yourself. If you think that it's becoming very painful for you to be there, it's okay, come back. Don't stay there, but come back. But if you can just complete this process, then there's a lot of healing that is going to be there with you inside of you. And next time you are getting up in the morning, you will feel very refreshed, you will feel light.
Awesome. Okay, thank you. Thank you for giving me that technique. I will definitely give it a try.
Just give it a try. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. So let's begin with the meditation, shall we? Let's meditate for some time with this Ho'oponopono.
Sharoo, we have Mridulaji wants to share something.
Okay. Yes, Mridulaji.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm sorry. I just love Sapna. I think it's Sapna. My heart just goes out to you.
Yes. Thank you so much.
You explained so beautifully. So I agree, if sometimes it's so hard to tell the person who has hurt us, I'm getting emotional now, who has hurt us, to tell them directly, even to tell I love you directly, I forgive you directly. But you can do that in meditation, and you can change the energy, and you know what? The other person receives that energy transfers. And I watched it myself, I've observed it myself, I've done it to people that I personally couldn't talk to, couldn't tell them I forgive them or I love them, but I wanted my energy to change and my life to change and not feel the sadness anymore.
Absolutely.
So a couple of people in my life, exactly what Sharoo said. I sat down to meditation. In meditation, I told them I forgive them, I love them. I changed my energy. And over time, I forgot the sadness and the hurt. And also, remember, I don't know for everyone, and I have to always remind myself, nothing that other people do is because of us. They have their own agenda.
Yes,
so they do their things because what they are going through. So we do self-love, is what Sharoo, is wonderful at expressing, and so is Madhu. And putting ourselves first. And I don't know why it's really hard culturally, being of Indian descent, and it's very hard being a woman. But we must do this. We must do this. And Sharoo, again, I am so thankful that you're doing this talk. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mridulaji, for giving me your perspective. And yes, that's basically what my goal is to achieve, to get rid of this pain and just be free from all these. So yeah. Thank you so much.
I'm so happy today. I'm so happy.
Me too. I'm so glad that I was able to share this, because I think once you share something that is really so painful and hurtful, I think half of the pain and the hurt kind of goes away right there. And it's something that I have never shared with anyone. I have never spoken about this to anyone. And I don't know, I don't even know any of y'all, but still, as you said earlier, that there is some kind of a connection that we have that kind of made me open up today. So I'm glad you gave me this opportunity, Sharoo.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy today.
Thank you to Mridulaji also, and all the folks who are organizing this. Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you. So let's start. Shall we? Madhuman, should we?
Yes, Sharoo. Yes, Sharoo, please.
Okay, so yes, Swapna ji, thank you. Yes, I am also feeling a lot of energies. I always feel a lot of energies when I'm in a session with such beautiful, amazing people with me. And the angelic energies are always with me. So the entire angelic realm is there with me. And I'm so glad that you could also feel the energies. Right. So we are going to start with the meditation. If it is possible for you to drink a little bit of water, sip a little bit of water, please do that and take a comfortable position so that we can just get into this guided meditation. Going to put on a music. Just let me know whether the music is loud enough.
Maybe you can speak a bit, Sharoo.
Okay. Yeah. Is it audible? My voice?
Yes, it is
Music?
audible. Maybe you can reduce the volume of the music a bit.
Okay.
That's perfect.
Okay. So let's enjoy this Ho'oponopono technique. Let's enjoy forgiving ourselves and the other people around, the entire world. And when we come back refreshed, we come back light, we come back healthy, we come back happier. This meditation makes use of Ho'oponopono, which centers on the idea that we create and are responsible for our own universe. Whatever we experience, we are responsible for it. We can control any situation, and if we do not like it, it's up to us to find a way to change it. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, feel your eyes closing. Inhale again and exhale. This technique offers you a chance to examine the reactions to the things that you tell yourself and to find a more positive solution for the most pervasive problem in your life. Let go of everything around you but yourself. Take a few deep cleansing breaths. You are here in this moment. Your mind, body, and spirit are perfectly aligned. Just smile to yourself and bring your whole attention towards you as you sink deeper into this healing space. The first line is, I am sorry. Imagine you're holding a dandelion in your hand. Just look at it closely and envision the tiny tendrils. Just feel compassion within yourself, welling deep within your belly, warming you from inside out. The second line is, I love you. Feel unconditional love to yourself. Just touch your heart softly and gently and just say, I love you. Now the third line. Please forgive me. Just take a moment to consider what you are asking forgiveness for. And when you're ready, just give it freely. As you grant it, let the last line of the prayer flow through your being. Thank you. The last two words call upon a soft breeze and tiny fluffs of dandelion seeds are dispersing. You are forgiven. As we continue, feel free to use this imagery if it's comfortable. Above all else, keep your whole self in your kind attention as we move through a deeply healing work ahead. For all the times you have taught yourself that you're fat, ugly, or undesirable, let yourself say, I am sorry, I love you, please forgive me, thank you. Remember when you held yourself back from someone whom you were attracted to because you felt unworthy. It's all right now. Just say, I'm sorry. I love you. Please forgive me. Thank you. For any times you accepted someone else's standard of beauty as your own to the detriment of your confidence and relation with others, just say, I am sorry. I love you. Please forgive me. Thank you. For any expectations you set for yourself and then failed to meet, just say, I am sorry. I love you. Please forgive me. Thank you. For any guilt you carry with you, whether old or new, resolved or unresolved, insignificant or profound, take a deep breath and say, I am sorry. I love you. Please forgive me. Thank you. for the times when you ignored your intuition and followed an unsound advice. Just say, I'm sorry. I love you. Please forgive me. Thank you. Let any creative project, business opportunity, financial possibility, and potential relationship that failed for any reason, let them rise to your mind and just say to them, I am sorry. I love you. Please forgive me. Thank you. For any time you have neglected care of yourself and pushed yourself too far, for those times, just say to yourself, I'm sorry. I love you. Please forgive me. Thank you. For all of the times you have told yourself that I am not good enough and I won't succeed, realize you were deceiving yourself. Take a deep breath and exhale and say, I'm sorry. I love you. Please forgive me. Thank you. Now, let any unresolved guilt, pain, resentment rise within yourself. As each memory surfaces, just say to yourself, I am sorry. I love you. Please forgive me. Thank you. Take these next few minutes now to reflect on anything you may still need to forgive yourself for, and give your own pardon without any reservation. When you're ready, call yourself back to the present moment. As you find yourself returning to the rest of your day, carry this feeling with you as a token of your own worthiness and value to the world around you. You are completely forgiven. Just slowly come back to your physical self, to this physical consciousness, and come back with a beautiful smile on your face.
Sharoo, you're muted.
Sorry, welcome back, everyone.
Firstly, let me thank you, Sharoo. It was an amazing journey. Starting with the beautiful sharings of everyone and the way you have explained and sharing about your mother's experience. I think this is where we help our parents to, uh, understand the value of forgiveness, not only forgiving others but also themselves. You have very well explained, Charu, and it was very well meant that today it has to be this session, and I'm glad that you have shared this topic because today is again Thanksgiving Day.
Thanks. Yes.
So we thank you, Sharu, so much, and we also thank ourselves that
Yes.
that we are able to attend your session. We are able to hear your wonderful talk. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Sharu. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It really means a lot to me. And these such words are coming from your mouth. So thank you so much. Thank you. Shukriya.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Shukriya, Sharu. Yes, friends, please go ahead and share your experiences.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Lakshmi ji. Thank you, Meena. Thank you, Jyoti ji. Thank you, Swapna. Thank you. I'm really happy today from the bottom of my heart that you all liked this session, and it really is going to work wonders in your life, this technique. Thank you.
Sharoo, this
Yes.
is this is Bala.
Yes.
Wonderful session. I just I have a small experience to share. I mean, about this forgiveness. When I started, in March, this meditation, after a couple of months, something started bothering me. Like I had a small argument, a few years ago when I went to attend a wedding, my sister's kid's wedding. Before coming back in the last minute, there's some incident happened with my younger brother, and he said something to my cousin, and she mentioned to me after coming back. So I was upset, and then I wrote him, what happened? Why did you say this? Like in that moment, it's because of that we were not talking for a few years, and that was because we were close before that, and just because of that, something happened when he came to US. Also, he didn't visit us. We at the time we were in Boston, and that really was upsetting me. And so suddenly, after I came into this meditation, when I started, like it was blocking me, in certain ways. Whatever I did in my meditation, even though I apologized in, the way you mentioned, still it was blocking me, Then, what I decided one day before, Mother's Day, my mother was there with them in Hyderabad. And then I decided I need to apologize personally. So I wrote to him saying that whatever happened, I'm extremely sorry. I did not even, I just got this information through somebody. I misunderstood. And I said, I'm extremely sorry. Then he replied me back saying that, oh, sister, don't worry, so he wrote again. Then the next day I called and I talked to him personally. Again, I asked for forgiveness. Then everything cleared. Then I could concentrate better in my, meditation. This is what I learned. Before personally, whatever I did in meditation, somehow that was blocking me.
True. Absolutely true. It was a beautiful thing that you did, Balaji, because in any kind of a relationship, communication is the only thing that should be done. And why today the relationships are not prospering because there is a lot of communication gap between the two
Yeah.
people, be it the friends, be it the spouses, be it the relatives. So if we can communicate with them, that is fine. But if we are not able to communicate because we feel that the other person is not in a mode to listen, so what we can do is we can just do this during our meditation time. We can forgive that person because this will cut the karmic cord with that person.
Yeah.
Because when we are doing this, we will cut the cords because we have karmic cords also that we
Mm.
create in this incarnation or the other incarnations as well. So that way, when we are forgiving that person, even if that person is not listening, the person is not understanding at that time, but you are creating, you are untying yourself from that karmic cord. So you have released yourself from that cord. So that is the best thing that you can ever do. Otherwise, what happens is we keep taking these cords with us incarnation to other incarnations. So
Yes.
beautiful, Balaji, beautiful. It was a
Yeah.
lovely experience that you shared. I'm so glad. Thank you so much.
Thank
And I'm so
you.
happy that your brother is back with you and you are
Yeah.
in talking terms to each
And
other.
we started
I,
talking to each other since then.
thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you for
That's really
sharing. Beautiful.
thank
Beautiful.
you. And also, when you say the angels, are these the personal guiding angels?
So the angels, when we talk about angels, angels are guardian angels, and angels are non-denominational. That means they cannot be counted. So they can be your angels, my angels, anybody's angels. So they
Oh,
can be at one place with everyone. So, so they are non-denominational. So angels can be your guardian angels as well, or other angels as well.
okay.
Any.
Thank you. Wonderful session.
Thank you, Balaji. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Hello, Sharuji.
Anurag. Yes, 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 yes.
Sorry, if I just wanted, I don't want to take much of your time.
No, no,
I
please,
just
please take
wanted
as
to,
much as time you want. It's okay. I'm all
yeah,
yours.
no, I just wanted to say thanks. And आप जब भी आते हो हमको एक तोहफा देके जाते हो मतलब
Oh,
and probably I'm the one who have missed many of your sessions, but the one or the few sessions which I have attended of yours, जब भी मतलब दिवाली पे दिन आप मतलब गिफ्ट दिए हम लोग को, मधु ने लाइव म्यूजिक बजा के वो गिफ्ट
thank
दिया
you.
हमको। आज थैंक्स
Thank you.
गिविंग पे आप थैंक्स की मतलब अहमियत दिलाए हो। इट्स लाइक
Thank you.
वंडरफुल।
Thank
थैंक
you.
यू टू
Thank you.
give us a route or a enlightenment. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much. शुक्रिया, शुक्रिया, शुक्रिया. तहे दिल से शुक्रिया आप सब लोगों को. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you.
too.
So every
Thank you.
special occasion we expect Sharoo then to give us a gift.
No, it's every special occasion we are getting a gift via Madhu or Sharuji or whomever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will try my level best. Yes, I will do that. Yes, yes. आप जब भी बुलाओगे मैं यहाँ पे होंगी हमेशा आप लोगों के साथ हाजिर always.
Very well said, Usha. And I'm so fortunate to be part of this group. Since the time I got connected to these 11 a.m. CST meditations, and it's such a wonderful thing, beautiful place, a space to share. People don't judge, and you can
Yes,
say whatever you want to, you can just express. That freedom of
true,
expression is the wonderful thing in this family. That's what I
true,
feel.
true.
And thank you
Absolutely.
all for adding your energies and also sharing your wonderful experiences. That definitely opens up a new, perspective about everything. Thank you.
Absolutely.
And I'm the one who was always constantly talking and sharing experiences and sometimes maybe bothering too. But yeah, I just
No.
love this space. Yeah, thank you.
No, you were not bothering at all. Your experience, actually, this is through the experiences, each other's experiences, that we are growing together. So we are holding each other's hands in this, and we are just growing together and evolving together. So this is what
I,
we
I
are doing.
actually I actually came to my cousin's place for Thanksgiving, traveling after like 8 months. I mean, it's around 3 hours from my place. But that calling came, I was not even checking my phone, and suddenly I'm like, as if I'm supposed to be here. And I told them, just give me some time. I came into their media room and sat, and I was with the group. So I feel so
Wow.
good today, and I'm so happy that on Thanksgiving, I could connect with you all.
Wow.
Thank you, Madhu
I'm
and
so
Ram,
happy.
too, for this beautiful
Yes.
group.
Yes, 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 yes.
Sapna, if I could add, we are all sailing in a same boat and we are having two peddlers. Or I would like to, I mean, I don't know what they're called, like rowing thing, which is, and they are Madhu and Ram, who are
Yeah,
connecting so many people.
beautiful, beautiful.
Awesome, awesome
Yes,
experience, Sharu, and whatever you said, kind of, I got that realization that yes, I need to probably begin with forgiving myself, saying sorry to myself, loving
yes,
myself, and I
yes,
guess that is probably the path to
yes, yes,
forgiving others and taking that pain off from my heart. So it
yes.
was a beautiful experience, and I
Thank you.
I literally kind of was in the other world totally.
Wow,
So
And
wow.
thank
I
you so
wanted to
much
thank
for that.
Mridula also for constantly keeping us active in the group and sharing
Yeah.
beautiful quotes.
Yes,
And
Yes,
yes.
absolutely. I
that's
totally agree with
absolutely
Amazing.
you.
wonderful.
Yes.
And Sneha too. So many. I mean, I don't remember the names, but some of them are like they are needed at that moment for for us. So thank you, Mridula ji, and thank you
Yes.
everyone.
Thank you, Sapna. I do it, somehow I connected to Ram and Madhu and well, they first and then everyone in the group. I just feel so much love for all of you all and I connect so much. I do it every day. I just, and you know what? Like I said, the quotes just come to me. I have not repeated. I've watched, I've been
Yes.
saving, and I've been doing it for 3-4 months now. I have not needed to repeat anything. The quotes every day, I'm thinking, okay, maybe tomorrow I'll have to repeat, but no, even today I found new quotes for everyone. So they just come to me, and so much love. This group, so much love. The soul energy is so good. Madhuram, the energy, bless their parents because
Yeah.
they they're just so wonderful. So, and Charu, thank you today. Your energy also is so good. Everybody in this
Thank
group,
you.
just
Yes.
amazing, amazing, soulful, loving energies. So,
Yes.
thank you.
Beautiful.
I also am
Beautiful.
inspired by all of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mridulaji. Thank you so much to everyone, each one of you who is there with me, astrally and physically, and any whichever way. So, yeah, I'm so glad that I could connect with all of you and, I could be a part of this beautiful, beautiful, wonderful, loving family. Thank you. Thank you. Ram, sir.
Thanks a lot, Sharu. That was it's always wonderful to join your session. I really like the energy you bring in, and it's so nice. It's so nice. It took time for me to open my eyes. I could just stay in that nice energies for longer and longer and longer times, and also wonderful sharings from everyone. Uh, Balaji, that was a wonderful sharing, and I could see the strength of her heart and the soul
Yeah.
as she was sharing it, and that's such a nice thing to hear such transformational stories and
Yes.
realize that it's so easy to make our life back and get back into control and get back grounded. Let's put like that. So nice to hear each one of their sharings, and
Yes.
yes, everyone in this family, I really feel we are not connecting this for the first time. That is why we just feel like one family. We
Yes.
are in different places, but we are all just connected so
True.
close. So on this day again, I would like to thank each one, and special thanks to you, Sharu, for your always availability and wonderful energy you bring in here. And Usha was just saying that we were the two paddles for the boat. For me, all of you are the boat. Without that, we cannot go anywhere. So thank you all again. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Such a wonderful session today. Wonderful energies and wonderful and loving energies from each one of you. So, on today's Thanksgiving, thank you, all of you, to be a part of my beautiful life, to be there in my life always. Thank you, Ram sir and Madhuman. Thank you. And thank you, each one of you. Thank you so much. Shukriya, shukriya. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आप सब लोगों का. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sharoo. A big, big, big hug. Let us all have a virtual hug. All of us together.
Yes. I'm giving all the hugs and the loves and the kisses to all of you who are there.
Wonderful. Yeah, totally. It's amazing. Today is really a thankful day. Wow.
Yes.
Thank you,
Yes.
Sharoo.
Thank you so much and have a beautiful day ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sharoo.
Shukriya. Thank you, Sanket. Thank you, Ramanji. Thank you, Sapna. Thank you, Sandhya ji. Thank you, Sharani ji. Thank you, Swapna. Thank you, Lakshmi. Thank you, Devasmita. Thank you, Mala. Thank you, everyone. And thank you.
And also
Yes.
we have friends from YouTube saying thank you so much. They have really enjoyed the session.
Thank you.
Bindu,
Thanks to them.
Kavita ji and Kavita. Yeah.
Thanks to them too. And thank you, Ram sir. Thank you, Shukriya. बहुत बहुत आपका. Thank you, Madhu ma'am, for giving so much of love to me and to the entire world. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharoo.
Thank you. Good night. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good night.
Wonderful. So, friends, tomorrow we will meet again at this time. We will be having Master Nilima, who will be sharing on decoding dreams, and she will guide us into a wonderful meditation at this time. And in the morning, we have Master Sunanda from India, who will be guiding us into a meditation at 6 a.m. Germany time and 10:30 a.m. India time. Please do join us and let us all journey together into the beautiful times. See you all tomorrow again. Have a lovely day, a lovely evening, and a lovely night. Namaste to all.